Happy Monday, AMG family. Hope you had a phenomenal weekend. Hey, I wanted to touch base real quick about something really serious, okay? Over the last few weeks, actually closer to a month, I've been contacted quite a bit about a particular type of coverage. And, you know, IULs, we do a lot of those, obviously. We do trusts, and we do a lot of other things, right? But in one particular thing that we don't talk about a lot, one particular type of insurance is final expense. People have been contacting us because they know I have a long history in the industry, in the business of final expense. And around the country, a lot of folks have hit me up, whether it be clients that need more coverage because things are changing. A lot of people that I've written in the past have passed away, and beneficiaries are contacting me. A lot of different things are happening. People are, feeling like they need to, take care of their funeral and final expenses. So real quick, so if you don't know what those things are, basically final expense insurance is taking care of that first week. Okay. That's helping you navigate what's going to happen from the time you pass to the time you have a service, celebration of life or whatever you do. Okay. And there's funds that week that are going to be expected to be paid to either, funeral home, crematory, or whatever type of institution you use for, taking care of that service or celebration. So with that said, there's a lot of folks that are like, man, I don't have anything that will take care of things that quickly. Final expense is different than IULs and other types of policies. Final expense is designed to take care of that first week. So these policies can range from, literally as low as a few $1,000s all the way up to like 50,000, depending on what your needs are, what your desires are. But, I got to tell you, this is an extremely important part. And when you're building your financial house or your insurance house, if you will, you want to make sure that that is definitely covered. Okay. IULs are fantastic. Other types of policies are fantastic, but they have their purposes and their functions. Okay. This particular type of policy, final expense, is specifically for week one. It's not necessarily to pay the house off. It's not necessarily there to, be income replacement and all these other things. It's not there necessarily to do private banking and all that. These types of policies are to take care of what happens literally from day one to day 7 to make sure that the family, has resources, has funds, has planning in place, and doesn't get, a train wreck of a experience when they've already lost a loved one and they're grieving. So, trust me, if you want to talk about it, let me know. But I'm telling you, a lot of people have contacted me over the last month, and they typically do. It's kind of like a normal rhythm in my business over the last decade. However, for some reason, I don't know what's going on, but over the last month, it's been really heavy, and the calls have been coming in like, I need more coverage. I got to get my mom covered. I got to get my dad covered. And, especially if they have some sort of conditions, if they have COPD, if they have any sort of like heart issue or this and that and the other, there are carriers that will cover and that are more liberal than others. Okay. Final expense tends to be a very simplified issue. So what that means is that once we apply for it, it's a very simple process in getting approved. Typically you find out immediately. All right. And, there's no a lot of strenuous underwriting and medical exams and all that kind of stuff. We don't have to go through all that. It's a simplified underwriting process. So contact me directly. Let me know. Mondo at AMG-associates.com. Mondo at AMG-associates.com. Respond to this email. Let me know because this is a serious matter. And it just was on my heart this morning. I woke up. I said, I got to let everybody know that this is a resource that if they haven't taken care of it, they need to. If you already have an IUL, if you already have term, that's fantastic. Those have their purposes. And those are death benefits there for other types of things, house, income replacement, this, that, and your legacy, all that. This right here is different. This is like literally, in a lot of cases, first 48 to 72 hours. Okay, somebody's going to have their hand out, want the family to pay a bill. Okay. And that typically is some sort of crematory or funeral service, funeral home. And it can be a hot mess if you don't have the funds ready and available. All right. So with that said, please be encouraged to take care of that foundational piece. And then we can start building all the other things on top of it. If you need help with that, definitely reach out, contact us, hit me up directly. If you have my personal information, email me, whatever you need to do. And let's get your family, not just yourself, but get your family, moms, dads, brothers, whatever. Even if they have illnesses, don't assume that they can't get covered. There's a really good chance they can. All right. You guys have a blessed Monday. Have a phenomenal week. It's going to be a phenomenal week for everyone, right? Because we name it, we claim it, and we're going to go into this week with a great attitude, knowing that the week will be what we make of it. All right. So let's do it. Let's walk into a phenomenal week together as an AMG family. All right. You guys have a great one. Talk to you soon. All right.